Welcome back to Crazy Bill's Garage, and we're looking at the 3-liter Duratec in my Ford Freestyle. You know, good old Ford. And this car's always had a slight miss, but lately it has gotten much worse, and I do believe it is from the ignition or spark plugs, or one or the other, coil, spark plug, something like that, because I never did change the spark plugs in this. The guy I bought this car from changed them pretty well just before I bought the car, because he was having a problem with it, and he said changing the spark plugs actually fixed it. So I'm going to start it up, and we're going to do the old check. Pull off and see if we can detect. I only have access to the first 3 cylinders here for the engine, and I have to pull off the airbox if I want to get to the back ones, which might be something I'm going to have to do, and I don't want to, so I'm hoping it will be on the front side, but you never know, since now I am driving this car for the summer. But it has had a small, it hasn't been terrible, but lately when I started up, it's been missing a lot. So let me get her started. Actually, of course, I'm going to bring you with me when I start this so we can actually see what it's doing. So I did buy 6 new spark plugs, Motormaster, of course. And I don't know what's in this. He didn't tell me. Well, let us start it up and see what it's been doing. Fuel pump comes on. Oh yeah, definitely have a miss here. You can kind of hear it out of the tailpipe. Let me show you. So you can hear that. Got a miss. So let's go to the front and see if we can detect what it is. And you can hear, or actually see, the engine is moving around. If you can see that. Okay, settle down. Now all I'm going to do is pull off each one of these and see if it gets worse or better. It got worse. Let's see. It got worse. It did not get worse. We're on this one right here. Yeah, this one got worse, right? Oh yeah. And this one? Oh yeah. It's this one. I have to figure out what cylinder this is. Well, it's the 3rd one over. So I got some tools together, and I'm going to take this 8mm off. I'm glad that wasn't on there super tight. Oh, let's take this off first. There we go. Oh. Good boot. Oh, now I gotta fix that. Oh, well, that shouldn't be too bad. Just pops on. And let us get the spark plug out of there. So, it's just your standard spark plug, I believe. I'm using my Stanley 5/8 spark plug remover. So hopefully it is. It just looked like it was 5/8. Oh, they're tight. Oh, glad this thing had breaker bar on it. Man, they put them in tight. That's not bad. They're in the right way. What else do I got? I got my trusty cordless ratchet. And there we go. Oh, look at that. Whew. What is that? Now I gotta touch it. Dang it. Okay. Oh, I just noticed something with this spark plug. We have a piece missing out of the ceramic. It's gone. Does that mean anything? It's not down in the hole. I don't know, I'll have to get a shot down there. But I don't think these valve covers leak. I think somebody put a lot of, what's that stuff called? There, one sec. So somebody put a lot of anti-seize on the threads. But look at this. Wish I had my microscope here. We get a crack right down. And it's just been getting continually worse. Who makes these? SKP Iridium Pro. I don't know. I kind of like to go with my Ford ones. That crack goes all the way. Well, I don't know if they were put in like this. Probably. Wow. Got a mark there too on the. Got a mark right there. This camera gets it nice. But yeah, there we go. That could be my problem. Yeah. So on the boot, when I pulled off the coil, the boot stayed in the plug. It's got all this crap on the end here I got to clean out. I don't know what it is. I'm going to just put some new dielectric grease on it. But this stayed in the boot. So, I think it just goes like that. There, it's spun on, and I'm not sure. It probably goes like that. I think the boot just, yeah, there's a little notch for it right here. So down there now is the boot, well, the boot and the wire that goes through. First I'm going to clean that out. So I cleaned out the boot pretty well. I'm just going to stick this back in here like this. Pop that back on. It's supposed to go on right there. And there we go. Now, I'm actually going to put a spark plug in there right now. So this is the spark plug I'm using. And I'll give you this side to take a look. Here, let's get her in a little closer. There we go. There we go. That's the spark plug I'm using. I'm actually going to change all of the front three here, but I'm going to change this one first, start it up, and see if we have a miss anymore. And then if we don't, I'll change the other two. I'm going to leave the back for now. There's nothing wrong. And honestly, these do not look like they were in there very long, iridium. And I think there's enough anti-seize in that hole. In the threaded hole there, that I probably don't have to put any anti-seize on this. I always like to put anti-seize on my spark plugs, but it looks like there was a ton of it in there. I wiped that off already too. The spark plug though, it looks pretty good. So let me get her put back in. Okay, let me, oh, there it is. There, oh, let's not put the bad one back in. Let's put this one back in. And she's gapped perfectly, by the way. I had to see if these ones have the same gap. So I'm sure nobody tried these. So these ones go in. As far as I can tell, as soon as you get the crush washer crushed on them, Is there a crush? No, there isn't. Well, as soon as you come to where they're not turning, see, like right there, and then I'm going to go a quarter turn. There we go. Usually I torque these in. This time I'm not, actually. And what did I do? There it is. And I have the spark plug coil. Now, usually what I do with these, so they slide on nice, I take some dielectric grease, I put it in there, and I just push her on nice. Let's wipe this thing out. Where are these from? Oh, okay. You can see that, made in China. So these ones are made in China. These were put into the car before I got it. So and that's probably why they're running these cheap spark plugs. And I think those spark plugs you can get at Rock Auto. Okay, what did I do with the bolt now? There it is. And there's the little 8mm bolt to put back in her. And I'm just going to run her down slowly. There we go. Torqued. She's torqued. Put that back on. She's nice and tight. And that spark plug is in. And I guess we're going to start her up now and see if that actually helped. I'm kind of hoping it did, really. Let's see if we still get a miss. So there we are at the tailpipe. No miss. You hear no puffing. Coming out pretty good. Let me go back up here to this loud transmission. The engine is not shaking. It's this camera shaking. It's just me. But yeah, this engine is running pretty smooth now. I'm just going to change the other two on the front and leave the back ones for now. Why fix it? They were pretty new. So I got to find a gapper and see how big these gaps are. As you can see, I am checking the other two, and I'm going to change those. Just in case no one believed me, I am changing those. I'll get this one, and maybe we'll get a look at these and see if any of these are damaged. Oh. Whew. That's some work. Handy dandy cordless ratchet. Oh, can't believe I actually worked with stuff before I had this. I love this thing. Oh, so much. All that stuff. It's early in the morning. Oh. Okay, magnet. Well, I got my good old Mac Tools gapper here. I'm gonna see what these are running at. These are supposed to be gapped at 54. That one's at, well, 0.054. That one's gapped at 0.045, and that one's actually gapped at 0.040. Oh crap, these things are gapped at the wrong gap. But yeah, they are supposed to be gapped at 0.054 of an inch. I'll have to check my new ones. I already checked them, and it's always good to check them before you do them again. So I got the new one here. I'll check it. It's gapped at 0.054. So these ones are gapped right. Those ones, let me recheck. gap was a little small for these ones. Yeah, 0.046. So a little small, but yeah, close, you know, close. The standard is 0.054 for this engine, they say, so that's pretty well what we have them at. Well, I got the spark plugs in. All I got to do is put a little dielectric grease in the ends here. There we go. And put this one back in. There we go. A little dielectric grease in here. That's all she takes, not a ton of it. There we go. And all I'm going to do is button her down, start her up again, and find out that I got to do the back spark plugs. And that would not make me happy, but hey, whatever. They don't have to be tight. So there we go, a little nudge. Very good. Clip. And a sneeze, it's dusty. And start her up, let her run a little bit. And see how good she is when she warms up. So there we go. She purrs like a kitten again. On another day, I'll get those 3 in the back. I just don't have the time today. And I've got so many projects always on the go, I got to do other stuff. And this is the allotted time I had to do this job. If I had to do the back, I would have done the back, but since I don't have to, time now moves on to another project. But she's running as smooth. If it wasn't for that transmission, it would be quiet as anything. And she's smooth. That's a good running 3-liter Duratec. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy.